Alright guys, well, I'm not working on the Jeep right now, but I am going to go over these rims that I got. And some of you may be wondering, I have new rims again? Because if you may know that about a year ago when I first started actually driving this thing again, after I got some stuff with the suspension settled out and stuff like that, I had some Dixie picks that were by 10s, and you know, I liked them. They were wide, but they were in rough shape. They needed some work to them, and I'll show you in a minute because I actually got them sitting over here on the side. They needed work to them. They were messed up, so I went ahead and got some steel wheels because they were cheap, because I needed tires. My Mickey Thompsons that I had on there were practically worn out, so I needed new tires. I might as well get some fit wheels that were actually work good with the tires, which were 15x8 steel wheels, and they were cheap. Well, time's gone by, and I'm starting to drive the Jeep again. I let it sit for a minute because I was driving my Sonoma and my Yukon and stuff. And I wanted to finally get a matching spare. And I was deciding if I wanted to just get another steel wheel or go all out and get another set of aluminum wheels. And I ended up getting some aluminum wheels. So that's the quick and dirty of why I got the new wheels. Yeah, so let me go show you the by 10s that I had, which will let you know why I got the steel wheels in the first place as a holdover. These are the DC ones that I used to have. And yeah, it's dirty because it's been sitting, but kind of ignore the center part and look at the outside, the brushed part. That's how they looked when they were on my Jeep. The guy before me plasti-dipped them, and besides using a mild cleaner to get the plasti-dip off, he decided to use paint thinner, and he ruined the clear coat. He ruined the finish. So the whole time I've had these, I've been fighting the aluminum oxidizing, and they need to be refinished. Plus, all of these bolt holes are partially stripped out from him tightening the rock rings on them too tight. One main reason I went ahead and got these, because I've been wanting the DC ones for a long time, because I wanted the rock rings, and I had the rock rings. But these wheels need to be refinished bad, and they're by 10s, so you really need a by 1250 tire for it. And I was not going 33s yet. I'm only going 32 by 1150, which is what I got on there. So these would be stretched if I still use these rims, and I did not want a stretch tire. So yeah, that's why I temporarily got those steel wheels. And yeah, now I wanted to get some aluminum wheels again. So I got 5 wheels, and I got 1 extra Mudstar. So now I got 5 matching wheels and tires, which I haven't had since this thing was had stock wheels on it. I had the stock steel wheels, and I have 2 sets of stock steel wheels, and I had, you know, 5 stock wheels and tires. Anyway, these are the rims I ended up going with. Ultra Motorsports 2229U, or Menace is what they call them. And it's a 15x9. I stayed with the 15x9. It's a -19 offset, or for inch measurements, it is a 3.75 backspacing. So far, I've had them on for 2 weeks, and I like them. They balanced out okay. One of the wheels took practically no weight. The other wheels took some decent amount of weight. But it's a big old mud tire. So yeah, you're getting hard pressed to balance a full mud terrain anyway. So there's a little bit of vibration on the highway at around 75. But really only around 75. You can go 70 and you can go 80 and above, and it's fine. But around 75, there's a little bit of shimmy to it, but it's not bad at all. So yeah, these are black with a brushed aluminum, and it's not too bad. These are dual drilled, which I'm not too big of a fan of, especially on this small of a wheel. I didn't know the center cap was going to be this big from the pictures, but I've gotten used to it. I just kind of wish it wasn't dual drilled, but I knew what I was getting into when I ordered it. I knew they were dual drilled, so that is what it is. Is there also one thing about these that I really do not like is because this is a by 8, the lip's not very big, so it's actually a standard mount. If it was the by 10, it would be a deep dish, kind of like my Yukon wheels, and it would be a reverse mount. One negative about these wheels is them not being a reverse mount. Because it's got this painted lip on it, like my Yukon's got, but my Yukon is reverse mount, so I don't have this issue. Like 2 or 3 of these wheels, I know, and I'll show you. This one's not too bad. There's like 1 or 2 wheels that are worse than this. I can drag my fingernail across that. That's a scratch, and also there's some right there too. That's from mounting the wheel, and I wasn't haphazardly mounting these either. The tire paste we have at work is like specifically designed to mount, you know, like low profile tires and stuff like that. It's an actual tire paste. It's not, you know, a liquid you just throw on. And I was careful, and I put a bunch of stuff on here to keep it from scratching, and I still had this happen. And that's all because these are not reverse mount. These would have been these would have mounted so much better if they were reverse mount, but they're not reverse mount. And as a matter of fact, there's no way to mount them in reverse. I actually looked to try to mount them in reverse, but there's no drop center back in here. To do a reverse mount, you have to have like a drop center like these. These are my Yukon wheels, and you can see that drop. There's the edge, and there's the drop center. That's a reverse mount wheel. These don't have that. This doesn't have that at all. If they have a painted lip on them, they should be reverse mount. That way you don't have to worry about if you're mounting them or if you're taking them somewhere to get them mounted. You don't have to worry about somebody scratching the lip. I mean, it should be reverse mount, period, is what I think. But I obviously didn't design the wheel. But anyway, yeah, other than that little nitpick right there, they're pretty good. They mostly balanced out good, but yeah, this is just a overview of these wheels, and I'll keep you updated on how they turn out and see if they continue to stay good or if they start oxidizing or something, you know, clear coat starts coming off, whatever. But so far so good. I like them. Change up the look a little bit. Another reason I went back to the black steel wheels is because I kind of was getting nostalgic about how when I first had the Jeep, how it looked with, you know, still having the fender flares before I cut the flares off and all that stuff, and I had black wheels on it. I had the factory wheels painted black, so I was kind of getting nostalgic. I was like, man, I like the look of that. I would just go back to black wheels. That was fine, but it was getting a little, it's like, yeah, okay, this isn't as good as I remember it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some aluminum wheels again. So, that's what I did. Got some aluminum wheels again. I like them so far. Center cap's a little too big for my taste, but I knew I was getting into a dual drilled wheel, so I knew it was going to have a big center cap on it. I just didn't think it was going to be that big. Plus that little nitpick about it not being reverse mount, and the fact that it's easily scratched on the outside surface, pretty much no matter what you do. So, yeah, there's 2 little nitpicks there. But, yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.